Hello everybody.
Hi.
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
And I have seen recently, and if you have seen at some point in your life, the stone cold masterpiece, absolute full-blown classic, undisputably perfect film, Unbreakable. Why are you screwing your face up?
Nothing, go on.
Unbreakable is a film in which Bruce Willis is in a train crash and he doesn't get a scratch on him, but everyone else dies. And then Samuel L. Jackson's like, that's suspicious. You're probably a superhero.
I'll keep that newspaper clipping. Oh.
Don't spoil anything. That's a spoiler.
Is it?
Kind of. And he goes, okay, let's test old Bruce Willis, who's called David Dunn.
How is this not a... What?
Because he keeps saying to him, like, why don't you do this? And why have you done that? Have you ever been sick? Blah, blah, blah. And so the whole film is kind of a... It's kind of like trying to work out whether he is a superhero or he isn't, or if Samuel L. Jackson's mad or what, and if, regardless of those conclusions, what he's going to do about it. So yeah, so that's the story. It's directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the film, Graham? The perfect film that cannot be criticised.
Look, okay, I'll put it out there. I haven't seen it in a good while now.
Oh.
In honesty, but I didn't like it. Didn't like it.
Ooh, I don't know what you said then, but I heard I'm stupid.
What
What did you really say?
Yeah, no, I didn't like it.
Oh, he said it again.
Is that
You're
all
not
you can-
stupid, Graham.
Thank you. That's why I'm trying to tell you that the film wasn't any good.
That's a stupid thing to say.
Oh,
What didn't you like about Unbreakable? Plastic.
Never mind, that's a spoiler. Carry on.
Oh, the swimming pool bit. Oh, we can do spoiler videos. This is a spoiler video.
Well, it definitely is now, isn't it? You said the spoiler before you announced the spoiler video. Anyway.
Well, I'll just put in bracket spoiler on the title. All these videos are spoiler videos. Go on, so what don't you like about it?
I just didn't like it. I thought
give
it was
us a reason.
lazy.
Lazy?
It was
Sorry.
lazy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh in your face. What did you find lazy about it?
You did laugh.
I know, in your face. Didn't mean to, but I did.
If you're going to make a superhero film,
Yeah.
there's no special effects. There's no, he
Well,
doesn't...
why should there be?
What can he? He can't fly. He can't run fast.
We could, he might be able to.
Yeah,
we don't
didn't
see him
that,
run.
did we? To be fair, yeah, we don't watch him run.
He might be able to
Wait,
fly.
I think...
Didn't.
There's one time he definitely would have flown.
Well,
And
maybe
he didn't fly. He could have even had a free cape out of that situation as well.
Well, he
but
kind
no.
of was wearing a sort
Too
of cape-like item of
stupid
clothing.
Bruce Willis.
Well, I think that applies these days. Go on. So why was
Yes.
it lazy?
And then it just seems very silly to me. And
It seems very silly
And
to
then
me.
even-
What seems silly to you?
and then the fact that
Go on, what seems silly to
the
you?
arch nemesis, the super villain,
Yeah.
oh, he's made of dust and
It's not made of dust.
sort of. His bones
Why
are
is
made
that?
of
Well, what's wrong with that?
fabric. Because it's just he could,
Samuel L.
Bruce
Jackson
Willis
has the
could just
brains, but
kill
he
him.
doesn't have the body. Bruce Willis has the body, don't have the brains.
Doesn't have the
Don't have
brains.
the brains.
I know, I get that, but
They're the opposites of each
yeah,
other.
I know
He
that they're
says
the
that.
opposites. I know they're the opposites.
Like the Joker and Batman.
I get
One's
it.
got no rules, one's got one. What's the problem then?
It just seems lazy.
Why is that lazy?
They're just two opposite ends of the spectrum.
That's
and
the
there's-
point.
Yeah, no, it
Because
doesn't
the
make
whole
an interesting
reason
film.
Samuel L.
It doesn't
Jackson
make it
is looking for people
Go
like
on.
that is because he's looking for somebody
Which is
that's the opposite
ridiculous,
of him.
isn't it? Yeah, and isn't he orchestrating all these things as well?
Yeah, that's the twist at the end.
he's a killer and a murderer,
Yeah,
and he
I
should
know.
be held accountable.
He's the bad guy. Yeah, he will.
Yes.
Well, he is. It says at the end he's now in a mental institute for the criminally insane.
Well, I'm glad they checked up on him after they made the film.
Well, that's what it says. So why does that make it lazy? It's literally a masterpiece. This film is so perfect. It's unbelievable.
How is it so perfect? Oh, you're just a big fan of M. Night Shyamalan.
I'm
You
not.
just think everything he does is gold dust.
I don't like anything he's done but this. I don't even like The Sixth Sense that much. I like The Sixth Sense is fine if you watch it until you start thinking about it. Then you go, well, hang on, what about that? What about this? What about that? What did Bruce Willis just not talk to anybody for a year? Who assigned him to that little boy? Did he just turn up? How many little boys did he talk to before he just happened to get a mental one?
Yeah.
As in one that needed a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And also, it starts with a skinny Donnie Wahlberg in his skinny undies. I want to see a film that starts like that.
Anyway, I don't. So, what do you like so much about this
Oh
film? You
my
keep
God,
saying
it's
it's like
perfect.
the best. Go on.
What do I like about Unbreakable? Well, firstly, it's literally amazing that this film came out in the year 2000. It did something original with the superhero genre before it even started. It came out, I checked, it came out in November.
What did it do original that was...
It took what?
And
It
it's
took
not
the
even
superhero
really
genre.
in the superhero genre?
Whoa.
It's not. It's just a drama.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because it's definitely a superhero movie, and they've made it as a drama instead of having to have this
Sort of going to spill your tea. You're getting a bit frivolous here.
Because, I mean, Marvel movies, for example, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe ones are made by the studios. They're all great. I do like them. I do. But they do all have the same problems in that they've got a bland baddie, and they all end with a sort of aerial-based third-act battle. Well, Unbreakable doesn't. Unbreakable's got a really interesting baddie. And the end is so good. I watched it last night again, and I got about an hour and 10 minutes in. I was like, this is really good. Then the last 20 minutes kicked in. I was like, Jesus, it's amazing. The bit where... So to compare it, because I like how grounded... It did what Batman Begins did and got praised for 5 years before Batman Begins did it. You're like, oh, they've made a superhero gritty. The film ends with him finding a killer who's not even anyone special. He's just like a ground level, psycho. He's not like the Joker or anything. And it ends with Bruce Willis literally just strangling the guy and just holding on as long as he can because he can take the punches. It's just brutal. It's amazing. So, and then he goes and talks to Samuel L. Jackson, who goes all maniacal. Honestly, and the music and the way Samuel L. Jackson's like, I know now who I am and stuff like that. I just loved it. I loved every second. So I like the fact that it did something original with the superhero genre before the superhero genre even happened.
So I think, when did this come out?
November of 2000, and everyone kind of attributes X-Men as being the sort of film that kick-started the superhero blockbuster wave.
The Matrix?
Well, The Matrix isn't a comic book movie, but fair enough. But so X-Men came out in July 2000. Blade came out in 97. I think that gets underrated. And obviously you got Richard Donner's Superman and Tim Burton's Batman, but they didn't really kick-start the genre because there wasn't a...
That was the continuation of the old kind of...
Well, ways. No, it's just, Superman came out, and that was it. And then 10 years later, Batman came out, and then that was it. And then, so many years later, Blade did, and then so many years later, X-Men did, then it was Spider-Man and everything else. But, yeah, so that's really good. The performances are brilliant. You can't deny the character, the acting, surely. Compared Bruce Willis in this to Bruce Willis in anything now.
I know you don't like Fifth Element, but he is excellent in that.
If I was thinking of essential Bruce Willis movies, if somebody had never said to me,
definitely in there.
No, it really wouldn't. If you're going to show somebody,
video isn't about that.
No, but I would say this is definitely an essential Bruce Willis movie, as well as Unbreakable, as well as Die Hard, Looper, maybe.
Looper's in there. Christ.
12 Monkeys.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Moonrise Kingdom, maybe, because it shows he does something other than be big and macho, because he's basically a schlubby loser.
You still haven't seen Death Becomes Her? He's even more of a schlubby loser.
But is it a good film?
Yes.
Is it as good a film as 12 Monkeys and Moonrise Kingdom?
It's up there.
Did you see the look of contempt you just gave me?
I don't know why. How many friends are you making by doing that? Why do you have to insult me, the one who actually exists?
How is that insulting you? Did you make
Death Becomes Her? You give a little eyebrow flicks.
Well, I'll watch Death Becomes Her. Why have you never shown me Death Becomes Her then? You clearly don't care about it that much. How many films have I shown you?
That's not the point.
You've not shown me that one. So I like that. And what I really like about it, going back to the whole the whole most superhero movies.
Good? Oh right, yeah. Sorry.
It's the first act of a full movie.
So why doesn't it finish it? That's a bad movie if it only gives you the first.
Finish it? Well, that's a good point. It could have had a trilogy.
Thank you.
Well, no, because it works brilliantly as a self-contained movie. But it could have. People keep I read Patton Oswalt's fan theories to what he wants Unbreakable 2 and 3 to be about. And in the second one, he wanted Bruce Willis recruiting other Unbreakable people and stuff like that.
How do we know there's others?
Because at the end, the clippings on the wall that Samuel L. Jackson's been about the disaster.
They were all the ones that died?
No, they weren't. There's some survivors. There was mudslide in whatever country, baby soul survivor and stuff like that.
Okay.
So there's potential for other ones. That was his one. I don't want that one. Although considering it's now been almost 20 or 15 years since that film, you're probably going to have to go over that if you do a sequel.
Right.
But I think if you were to do a sequel or a trilogy of Unbreakables, you should just follow the sort of 3-act structure of a superhero movie. So this was him finding out he's got powers and using it with a basic thug. Mm-hmm. So the second one would be, the villain kind of being suddenly coming to prop. So the villain kind of rises to power, and him sort of going up against them. And then the third one is obviously just the big final battle. That's what I would like. But it's been too late now, so I just don't want any sequel to this. So yeah, so it's cool that the entire movie is just the first act of most superhero movies, I think. So yeah, and it's kind of meta, you know, like it's aware of what comic books are, so they know this. You know, the villain's head is usually bigger, says Samuel L. Jackson, who's got the biggest haircut you've ever seen. So yeah, so it's just
they're wearing a helmet or something.
it's just brilliant, and I don't like M. Night Shyamalan. Although as a person, he seems like a very nice person.
Right.
So it's not just I'm slagging off because I don't like him.
No,
it's because I don't like his films.
Right. Watch them all.
Yeah, I mean,
You haven't watched his recent one. Everyone's going a bit mad over it, aren't they?
You say that. I mean, some people have said it's good, but Commode says it's his worst film ever. Mark Commode of the BBC.
All right.
Yeah. So go on. Have I convinced you to watch it again?
I've been interested in watching it again for a long time, to be honest. But
it's. I mean, like the bit with like where he's got at the end where he's trying to be a superhero. And he's got his security cape on.
Yeah. Oh God, is he psychic? How is he psychic?
He's not psychic.
He's a real man. He's a human.
Well, he's a superhero.
He's a human.
If he touches you, he can see the bad things you've done.
Oh, that's weird.
Why is that any weirder than anything else in a superhero movie? Why is that okay?
Because he's a real man.
No, he's a superhero.
He's a human.
Why is that any different to I don't know, Chronicle, where they can suddenly fly and stuff?
It's just it's not kind of grounded in reality, which the rest of the film kind of.
No, it's a superhero film. It's grounded in reality, and I don't think. There's been other superhero films more recently that have tried to deconstruct the genre that it did before it even started, like Kick-Ass, like Super, like Chronicle. What do they do differently that it didn't do before the superhero thing had even kicked off?
That's not the point.
It is the point, because you've just said it's... What did you say? It's too realistic or something? That's exactly what those three films tried to do.
No,
or,
I'm not saying it's too realistic.
What did you say?
I said it shouldn't. He shouldn't have like psychic powers and stuff because the rest of it is grounded in reality.
But that's how. Imagine if it was real. That's how it would be. If you discovered that you had superpowers, why does it have to be in a comic book world? Why can't it be in a real world?
But it can't be in a real world now because he's psychic apparently.
Yeah. So what's wrong with that?
That's weird.
Yeah,
the rest of it, I'm saying, is all human based, but now he's all.
Well, then that wouldn't be a film, would it? That wouldn't. If it was just a guy.
It just seems convenient. I mean,
well, that's
this
the story.
Is a comics. Yeah, but it just doesn't make sense. It's just very convenient that that guy's got a gun. It's like great. Well,
he's a security guard, so he might bump into people who might have guns.
And he's always been drawn to jobs where he has. I remember this from the film.
So what's your problem? All this is explained.
No, it's not explained how he's how is he psychic? Because he can't be broken.
You mean how did he get his powers?
Can't be broken.
Why is him not being able to be hurt?
When did he get his powers?
You don't know. So you said about
so it's genetics. So why is he psychic?
Because why are you hooked up on the psychic thing and not the fact that he can survive damage?
That's fine.
Why is that fine?
It's more believable that he has got.
How do you judge this? How have you judged that somebody who's basically invulnerable is more believable than somebody who's psychic? Where have you got that from?
They're on two different levels, and I think you agree with me.
Explain that. I don't.
I think you agree.
I think as soon as you get into superpowers, it's kind of a free for all.
But it should. Why?
Because I haven't sat down and.
What, is he going to fly away next time?
Well,
yes, we discussed this. He might have been able to fly, but he just didn't do it. Why? So how could he? Could he run at the speed of light, like Flash? Why or whatever?
Is it? I don't know what point you're trying to make now.
It's just it sets its own world. It's set in this world, in fact.
Yeah.
For some reason, he can lift a load of weights.
For some reason, because he's got superpowers.
Yeah. He hasn't got superpowers. They're not that super. He lifts up a load of weights.
He's psychic.
He's pretty super.
He can lift things that are heavy, and he doesn't get hurt.
Yes.
That's pretty super.
It's quite super. But why is he psychic?
Why is that the one thing? Why is he unbreakable?
That's out of the thing. Yeah, well, that is the second question. That's the follow-up question. Why is he psychic? Would be my first question. Or how, or what kind of context?
I could understand if we were watching Vera and Drake or whatever it's called, and she knew who was pregnant because she was psychic.
Look, I'm just saying it's very convenient, but it's also based. It's also a drama.
It's very convenient.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like he's got a gun. Oh, he's got tattoos. He's a bad guy.
What's your point, though?
He's a terrorist.
Why is that any more or less people
it's just
than anything else?
Lazy. It's lazy.
Why is that lazy?
This is what I started off by saying.
Why is that lazy, but everything else is fine?
Because that's a limitation. You can't just give him. It's like a kid drawing a bloody monster and giving him every single thing like jagged teeth.
They haven't given him every single thing. They've given him 3 things.
Yeah, but it's too much still.
So why is that one the one you have to get rid of?
I'm just saying it shouldn't be psychic.
Why?
The psychic thing is just so left out of whatever the phrase is.
No, it's not. It works fine in the film.
What's the phrase? But it doesn't.
Left field.
Yeah, probably. But
out of the blue.
Yeah, same. Yeah. It doesn't. How else does it come into play in the film?
In the way that he identifies bad people.
Yes, but how does it come into the film?
What do you mean? How does it come into it? It's always in the film. It just gets identified because he touches the guy, and Samuel L. Jackson's like,
and he's like, it's almost subconscious for him. Like, I don't know, I just knew kind of thing.
Yeah, he's getting signs.
Oh my god!
Like a visit from. I think that's his new film.
The Man from the Village.
Yeah.
Village People. So I'm glad we agree.
We don't agree at all. Yeah, so it's really good. Anyway, it's been 15 minutes. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay, bye.
It's a masterpiece. He's wrong.